Hi everyone, it's Liam here from Racing the Races. So, still in Australia. Still got about 50 odd days yet in Australia. We had some really quite nice sun a few days ago, which for their spring, we're 22 days into their spring. It was like 32 degrees here. It's down to 17 today, which is a bit more manageable. A couple of things. Don't forget it's Friday, so that means the ratings for today are free for every race, not just the first race of the day. Also, keep getting involved in the NAP competition. Prizes to be won every week. It runs from Sunday to Saturday inclusive, and there's also a monthly competition, which obviously runs for each calendar month. Always free to enter. What you've got to do is select your three. They could be in any races you like. It doesn't have to be the same race. And that's because I've refreshed this page. And then click NAP 3 up here and submit them. It may ask you to opt into Twitter. If it does, opt into Twitter, and that just means you get a fancy entry tweet as well. You can't win prizes if you don't opt into Twitter. So let's go through a few races at the weekend, or I'm going to talk about the three that I like in the three different Air Cups: the Air Bronze Cup, the Silver Cup, and the Gold Cup. Now the Bronze Cup is today, so you need to watch this video before that if you're interested in the selection for the Bronze Cup. I've also got one for the Silver and the Gold. So let's start with the Bronze Cup. Who do I like in the Bronze Cup? Cold Stare, RTR2. Going to be ridden by Danny Tudhope. Danny's got a good record at the track. He's got a good record over 6 furlongs. And interestingly, he really caught my eye, Cold Stare did, when finishing second at Ayr back in on the 10th of July when I was back in the UK. Now, he's got some decent air form. You can see he has 1 over 6 furlongs at Ayr. He probably just doesn't get the 7 at Ayr, but he does run well generally over 6. You can see he actually ran in this race. Which one was this? Was this the 2-year-old? Let's have a quick look. This was the Ayr Gold Cup. So he ran in the Ayr Gold Cup. Now, he didn't run amazing. He finished, where did he finish? 12th? 12th. In the Gold Cup. He's running in the Bronze Cup now. I don't think he's been running badly. With Danny Tudhope on board, I think he can give him a really good ride here, to be honest, and I think he'll go very close under Danny Tudhope. You can see recently, Kieran Schumacher, Pierre-Louis Germain, Mark Wynne, Danny Tudhope back here. And where did he finish when Danny rode him? Was it this one? We would need to sort out this AI layout a bit, don't we? Let's just double check. It was this one. He went off 13 to 2. He finished second. 13 to 2. It was when he finished second at Ayr. He was ridden by Danny Tudhope. So I'm hoping for a really good run here for Danny Tudhope and Cold Stare. So yeah, I think he's going to run a really big race here for Danny Tudhope. He's currently available at 9 to 1, which I think is a fair price for the David O'Meara trained Cold Stare. Moving on to the Silver Cup, the horse I like here will be Wob Wob Wob. Now, I'm quite a fan of Wob 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 in the fact that I think 2 runs ago he bumped into a ridiculously well handicapped Ross Collin, and he beat the very well handicapped Isla Kai. Now, Ross Collin, I think, has come out and won. Isla Kai has come out and won. Let's just double check that. Ross Collin backed that win up with another win, I think. And Isla Kai. So Isla Kai did. He went to Newbury, ran well for 3rd, and then he came out and won at Ripon. And Ross Collin won at Goodwood, went up in trip at Goodwood, and then back to Goodwood, back over 7 and won again. So I think that's really good form. His second, behind Ross Collin and splitting Isla Kai. So with that in mind, the fact that he's running in the Silver Cup, I think is very, very interesting. I'd have backed him to go very close, potentially even in a Gold Cup, to be honest. I think his form is that strong. And if we actually look at the run before for more recently, for Wob Wob Wob, he was beaten by Sophia's Starlight and Summergend in the Great St Wilfrid. Again, for me, that is brilliant form. Sophia's Starlight clearly was ahead of her mark, and Summergend was also ahead of his mark in the fact that he's come out. Summergend finished second at Ripon, and then won at York, and then went to the Curragh and ran a really good race for 4th at the Curragh. So I think Wob 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 has just bumped into very, very well handicapped horses. And with that in mind, I think he can go very close here. I don't know whether there's any ridiculously well handicapped horses. There's horses that have been winning recently, Call Me Ginger, Gulliver, that are going back up the handicap. Rathbone is still going up the handicap. But is there something that's, potentially very, very well handicapped? I'm not so sure. Maybe Admiral D could be the one that we've highlighted before, but I'm hoping he's not. He's just not the horse he looked like he was going to be last season. So yeah, I think Wob 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 at 10s is a good price for the Silver Cup. And for the Gold Cup, we've already talked about him briefly. Summergand. So Summergand won this race last year, beat Comanche Falls, which is a really good, he's a proper group horse now. He won it off a mark of 102 after winning at York in the Sky Bet Constantine handicap, beating Comanche Falls. So this year, he's won at York in the Sky Bet Constantine handicap. He is back up to a mark of 102, which is what he won it off last year. I don't see any reason why he doesn't go very, very close again. And yeah, I mean, his form isn't bad. He won at York. He then ran a good race at the Curragh. He's back at Ayr where he can win with a clear run and a little bit of fortune. I think he'll take all the beating again. And he is currently 10-1 as well. So I actually think all three of those will go very close. I think are they all 10s? Cold Stare 9s, Wob 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 10s, Summergand 10s. And they would be my three for the Ayr Gold Cup, Ayr Silver Cup, and Ayr Bronze Cup, or in the other order. But yeah, so they are my three. Apologies if my voice sounds a little bit croaky. I haven't been well this week, but we thought we would get this video recorded and out to you as quick as possible. So fingers crossed we can have 3 good runs, and let's at least have one winner of those bronze, silver and gold cups. Thanks for listening. Remember, do get involved in the NAP competition. Do subscribe to the channel. It's free to subscribe. So, there's no harm in doing that. And the National Hunt Horses to Follow blog is coming along. I've got a few done. Obviously got quite a bit to go yet. But I'll keep working on that over the weekend. And there will be an accompanying video for that as well.